Number 20. Consider triangle ABC with point D on line AC such that BD is perpendicular to AC. The measure of angle ABC equals 90 degrees and AD equals 10.8 and DC equals 19.2, then BD equals what? So let's just draw this real quick. So it tells us that ABC is a right angle. So we know that. Actually, I'm going to draw this triangle a little bit bigger, just in case. Okay, so it tells us it's a right triangle. So we'll say that's A, that's B, that's C, and there's point D on AC such that BD is perpendicular to AC. So this is an altitude to the triangle. So this is perpendicular, that's an altitude. Tells us that AD is 10.8 and DC is 19.2, and then we want to find BD. So how can we do this? Well, we have some similar triangles here. That's the first thing I would look at. So if I mark this angle as theta, since this is a right angle in itself, ADB, that's also a right triangle. So this angle down here is 90 minus theta, which would make this angle down here theta, and this angle over here 90 minus theta. So we have a bunch of similar triangles. In fact, the big triangle has angles of 90 theta and 90 minus theta. This triangle here has angles of 90 theta and 90 minus theta. And ABD has angles of 90 theta and 90 minus theta. So all three of these triangles are similar to each other. So surely we can find a way to find BD. So let's start. Since we seem to know the most about DBC and ADB, let's start there. This is really just a trial and error sort of thing. So I'm going to say the sides opposite 90 minus theta are going to be the ratio of the sides opposite 90 minus theta is going to be the same as the ratio of the sides opposite theta. And I can just say that because they're similar triangles. So opposite 90 minus theta for this triangle will be 10.8. And then opposite 90 minus theta for this triangle is what we're looking for. That's BD. And then the angle, or the side opposite theta on this left-hand triangle that's also BD. And then the side opposite theta for DBC is 19.2. So solving this proportion, we can cross multiply. So 10.8 times 19.2 gives us BD squared. And so BD is just the square root of 10.8 times 19.2. And some people will memorize this theorem. We were able to figure it out using similar triangles, but this is just a theorem that's going to hold true all the time. If you have a right triangle and an altitude to that right triangle, the two numbers, or the two sides that it divides the hypotenuse into, the geometric mean of those two is going to equal the altitude. Or in other words, BD is always going to be equal to the square root of AD times DC if you have this altitude drawn here. So let's figure out what that length is. So BD is the square root of 10.8 times 19.2. Get rid of this. Rid of 10.8 times 19.2. That gives us a length of 14.4. That's answer choice C. Alright, so if you have any questions from other tests, make sure to leave a comment and I'll make a video with a solution. With that said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.